Rush follows two Formula One race car drivers as they take their rivalry on and off the track. Now, when I first saw the trailer for Rush, the trailer for me looked melodramatic. So I said, it could be an okay movie. But I'm glad to say that Rush is one of the best pictures of the year. Now, Rush is directed by Ron Howard. He's done movies like Apollo 13 and A Beautiful Mind, which is also one of my favorite movies. There are a couple of standpoints that stand out in the movie. One is that when you watch this movie, you actually feel a part of the movie. Especially when the characters are inside the race cars. You feel a part of it. And Ron Howard gave this movie a good, grounded, and realistic tone. It felt that it didn't seem flashy, it didn't seem over the top. But it gave it a grounded tone where it was just so realistic and real. And like I said, you feel a part of the movie because some of the best scenes in the movie were the racing scenes. And once the characters got inside the race car, you actually felt that you were inside the race car as well. You actually felt the danger that these two characters were actually going through racing the car. And that's what made this movie so great. And Ron Howard did an excellent job filming those race scenes. He gave you a good look at how dangerous race car driving actually is. And another standout is the characters behind them, because these two characters had a good rivalry going, and you see that they were competitive, that their rivalry fueled their competitiveness, and you just see it between both characters in the film. And speaking of the characters, these characters are played by Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right, but both of them did a phenomenal job with acting wise. I think more so Daniel Bruhl, but Chris Hemsworth was right on par with him as well. And you just see that they had great chemistry on screen together. That you see that they had like a good bitter rivalry, but they also had respect for each other. And I just love the way Ron Howard filmed this movie because you just follow each character's motivation to beat each other. And that's what made this movie so great, because it wasn't over the top, it wasn't flashy. It just kept to the basic realism of the story. And I just love every minute of it. Now, even though this movie is 2 hours long, I think that the first half of the movie is a little slow, but the second half really picks up. You definitely feel a part of this movie. And honestly, I definitely see Rush being nominated for at least 2 categories at the Oscars, either Best Picture or Best Director. And I definitely think it should at least get nominated for those, because Rush is definitely one of the best movies out this year. For me, I gotta give Rush 4.5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed every minute of it. This movie is outstanding, and I just can't say any more about it. So if you like this review, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Movie Nation.